Where do consultants fit into this this picture, and do you agree with the points that have been made so far?
I certainly do. I think that in a perfect world, a consultant is brought on by a client and is empowered to ensure that that project is delivered, either through the delivery of a design, the administration of a tendering process, or in the supervision of construction and warranties and NOCs and that kind of thing. The problem that we have experienced in this particular region is that a lot of times the clients wish the consultant to have all of the accountability for the performance of the project and for the delivery of that project, but not the concomitant authority to actually drive production. Some clients are pretty enlightened about that, particularly in the private sector. There's some developers who basically say, I'm going to set out a series of KPIs, of performance indicators for you. You deliver and you'll get paid. But I'm not going to tell you what to do on a day-to-day basis. Other clients, they want you to stick to the original delivery and price, but they also want to say, no, change this, use this particular consultant, do this differently, stop working while we do something else. And all of that has a cumulative effect, and you're not able to actually exercise your expertise.
So one of the grievances or comments I've heard from contractors is about delays in certification of work, which then leads on to delays in payment. And the consultant has a role there, the consultant who's employed by the client. Is that, I mean, I don't know if a project manager is in the same boat or if we're talking about engineering consultants specifically, but is there a conflict there if you have milestones and KPIs to get a project delivered on time, on budget, but at the same time the client wants to delay payments and so will encourage their consultant to not certify?
Yeah, no, I think the clients that we've dealt with here want to see an honest administration of certifications and non-objection certificates and that kind of thing. But where the problem comes in is in the demands to change things and change players on an intermittent basis that prevents the holistic delivery of a project. I don't think NOCs are necessarily the problem. Change management is a huge problem in terms of delivery and payments, because every large project is going to have change. The problem is, how do you
when you
get
say
to understand?
change management, do you mean variations within a contract, the scope of a project?
Yes.
Is this something that you see? I presume it is.
It is. That's what I said when we mentioned the change management. A variation the job is either increase or de-scope due to various reasons. A change, you want to follow the latest technology, you want to introduce a new product within the project, but the mechanism under the contract exists, but then no one would want to apply that mechanism under contract. Everybody want to wait till the project is completed and then, in retrospect, assess the impact of that change. Now,
so you'll have a big pile of variation orders at the end of a project, and then you have to argue about each one.
No, the variation themselves, if it's a small variation in the product itself, it's easy. Is when a major change introduced. Okay. I mean, you put a certain section on hold until you redesign it, for example, and then you issue it again. It's that time and the time to do the re-engineering associated with that change. That's where for better word, the conflict start to happen, and that's where the under certification becomes. It's, as Mohammed said, I mean, there is certain project which runs where the contractor is continuing because he needs to deliver the project, yet the contractual completion dates have elapsed, and we are, for better word, at time at large, and then you're incurring cost, and that have not been certified. If you're dealing with a good client, with good engineers on board project management, it will be assessed in the end, and you will be paid something for that cost, once it's settled, but then you're getting the payment most likely after the project is completed. If you're fortunate enough and you select your client correctly, you will be paying some interim payment against these changes as you progress.